Hello, breeders, and welcome back to WWE ECW. It's episode number 32, and we are going to be covering the January 16th, 2007 edition of ECW. It is a bumper edition. We are, two shows away from the Rumble? One show? Two shows?
One show. Then next week's the go home, I believe.
We have just been through New Year's Revolution not too long ago, which was fucking Cheeks, I think. Was it Cheeks? It's been so long.
It was New Year's resolution, which was shit, and then we did an ECW afterwards, which was also a bit shit.
Yes.
I just very quickly want to run through the schedule, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So obviously, how I plan to, since I am the head booker, I guess, of this channel, everyone bow towards me, bow motherfucker. How I plan to do this is we do a month cycle of each. So we do a month of ECW, and by a month we're doing it in WWE's calendar. So say we have New Year's resolution and the Rumble. When we finish the Rumble, we'll also do we'll then go back to the Nexus, and then we'll do until that pay per view is over, and then back to the then back post Rumble to No Way Out, and then back to Nexus. So that's how we plan to do those two. If we figure out time, we might release it like you get NXT on a Thursday, you get ECW on a Tuesday, but that's too much wrestling. So that's why we're doing it in a month block.
Yeah. If this channel becomes stupidly successful, sure. But whilst it's still very firmly the second project, it will not get. We were giving it a lot of time. We were giving it a shit ton of time, and it was fun. It's very fun, but also probably focus on the actual successful channel. Probably focus on the main one. But yeah, so we will continue, and we will go in between, so you get a bit of A, bit of B. But yeah, this is the second one of the year. Second ECW, third ECW. Yeah,
third ECW, I want to say.
But yeah, so let's get into the show. Kicks off as Kelly. Kelly is welcomed to the ring. She says, "I'm gonna strip next week with someone else, but just because you guys are so bloody lovely, I'll give you a preview." So she does a little 1-2, buckle your shoe, until Matt Striker comes out, degrades her, and says, "You're fucking shit. You are ruining all of these impressionable people's minds. You should be in the kitchen, woman." Basically that. It's basically that sort of thing. It's Matt Striker. It's what he does.
Yeah, he said your feet are short, so you can reach the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's very funny because they're really portraying Matt Striker as a gay character.
Very homoerotic, I would describe it as.
Yes. He's not coming up doing the fucking.
He's wearing He's wearing. At the time would have been seen as a very like gay like jumper. He's got very very tight trunks, where you can just see his entire fucking knob. Just perfectly fucking reasonable. I can love that. Legend. I don't know. It feels like a very homoerotic, like outrage bait attire, because it's beef.
But, I understand. I understand because still, I say, still at this time, even in 2024, fucking people have a problem, but still, it's way more calmer now. But like back in 07, this gimmick would upset people. It's like fucking the West Barrow Baptist Church, like they did a fucking article, and they would, blame the WWF. They introduced this transvestite fucking what the fuck's his name? Adrian Valentine. Oh, boo! And this is like 2022, and they were still on about Adrian Valentine, and I'm like, what the fuck? He's dead, probably. He's dead.
Do you mean like Adrian Street?
Adrian Street, yeah. I don't know why I'm saying Valentine. Yeah, Adrian Street.
But yeah, Matt Striker, as a result, challenges is like, yeah, and your childhood crush who's gonna send you down the wrong path, I'm gonna fuck him up. So CM Punk and Matt Striker have a 11-minute 30 back and forth match. It ends as Kelly flashes Matt Striker, obviously wearing a fucking invisible bra, which is, because don't fucking do that, lads. Unless you're comfortable. I don't want fucking 17-year-old Kelly being like, yeah, and then you're gonna flash him. Yeah, but I don't want to show off my tits. Flash him anyways. Great. Send me a copy later. But she flashes Matt Striker, who gets distracted, and then Punk rolls him up for the victory in 11 minutes 30. Decent little match, decent little segment. Will this feud go on for another 17 weeks?
Yes.
Then we get the debut of the alpha male. Do you want to do a rendition of his theme?
You're going down, down, down. You're going down, liquid smooth. Down, down. It's something like that.
So out comes Monty Brown. We're just going to call Monty Brown. It's such a better name than Marcus Gorvon.
I understand though why they called him Marcus, because they want to own the right. Like if it was John Cena coming into the company, all right, that's fair enough. But John Cena, I know he did nothing noteworthy before fucking WWE, but at least he made the reason why he can use his real name. Monty Brown is literally just was a former quarterback for the NFL, and in Vince's eyes, that's shit. Unless you're Roman Reigns or Bill Goldberg. Oh fuck.
Yeah, but the point doesn't work because Roman Reigns isn't his real name.
Yeah, I know.
And he is facing someone who I describe as Brian Kendrick. A year on. It can't be heroin. She'd be really skinny, but just he looks like junkie Brian Kendrick. I'll be real with you. He's even got the fucking tramp stamp on the back of his ass, which is hilarious. This match goes 2 minutes. And it's really good. Still a lot of power moves, still a lot of cool fucking moves. Then he hits the pounce. It's like, yeah. He hits the pounce, sick. End the match. The crowd popped. Goes fucking flying. And then he picks him up, hits him with a side Russian leg sweep, and puts an armbar on him. And it's a fucking point, lads. Why is he doing an armbar? He's just fucking sent him flying across the ring. Why is he doing an armbar? Just have the pounce be the finish.
I can only attribute this to Vince also being like, well, that was your TNA move. You can't really use it in WWE. And Monty's literally like, that is my entire move. That is no one gives a shit about Monty Brown. They only really care about the fucking pounds and maybe him cutting a promo. But no, that's the problem. It just doesn't work. The pounce is your finishing move. You end the match with a pounce. Because the pounce is generally, it's one of the most underrated. I know 5 people used it throughout time, which is Monty, then Mojo, then Gronk, Lance Archer somewhere in there, and
Keith
then
Lee.
fucking Keith Lee special 6, and Willow Nightingale. Which it works for fucking Monty, it works for Keith Lee, it works for Willow, and Lance Archer to some extent. Gronk and Mojo, no, not really. No, not really. You have to be beefy for it. You have to be beefy. That's my on deck. And you also have to be a smaller wrestler as well. Because you can't really do that for the Big Show. Because he can't really fucking fly.
Monty Brown is such a fucking unit.
He generally is, yeah. He's probably, and I've seen what he looks like in 2024. He's fucking massive even now in his 50s. Fuck me, he's generally massive now.
And then he cuts a promo, right? What's the promo?
He's like, he basically cuts a TNA promo where he's like, you are in the Serengeti of the alpha male. The alpha male, I'm just going to do his TNA promo. It's just basically he is I am him, I am the alpha male. He doesn't do the one where he's
Serengeti.
Where he rubs his nose. That's what you used to call it in TNA. You're in the Serengeti.
Oh, I guess it's yeah, makes sense.
The alpha male.
Actually, yeah. It's also a fucking region in Africa.
Yeah, and that's what he would do. He basically says in this promo, look, I'm here to stay. I came to ECW. And then the fans go, what? And he just retorts doing it.
Yeah, he nails it. It shuts him the fuck up.
I always say Monty Brown's one of the best underrated artists on the mic. He's generally good.
Yeah, no, I was quite surprised because I've never given a shit I don't I never watched any Monty Brown stuff. Never really paid attention to it. No, it's a really good debut. It's a really fucking, like I said, everything was fine until he decided
armband.
to fucking do the armbar. Apparently he was at first called Marquis. He was at Marquis Corvon, like spelt like the French would. The fucking Wikipedia says nice thing. A fellow TNA alumni, Cassidy Riley. He tag teamed with Chase Stevens.
Who? Cassidy O'Reilly.
Yeah. Wait, is Chase Stevens the dickhead who's still in? No, is he the cunt in the Bullet Club?
That might be a different Chase Stevens.
I think it's a different Chase Stevens. Terrible name.
I mean, someone like just while we're on it, like we're talking about like TNA, watching Mackie D's NWA TNA like review for the first year. Like I'm watching it and he has the clips in it. Fucking Elix Skipper, whoa, what a fucking wrestler!
He would have fit in ECW, to be honest.
He would have. Like he's generally like the cage walk's iconic. He's pulling moves out like out of nowhere. Like he's doing like he would have been what, and he's late 30s, early 40s, and like the early 2000s, and he's
really
fucking
was he that old?
Yeah, he was in his late 30s, early 40s when he was in TNA, I believe. To my knowledge, could be completely wrong.
He's 56 now, and he would have been what, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, he's like early 30s.
And he's generally pulling off these moves, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, me. And then
did he just fuck off?
His son got shot, and he came back to wrestling. He took a break and then came back to wrestling, and then he basically went, "This is no fun. This is no fun anymore." Which that is so depressing. Like if someone gets shot, you try to continue on. Like I thought Monty Brown's one was bad.
Was he actually billed as being 6'3"? Wasn't he really tiny?
Oh, Skipper, yeah.
Yeah.
He was tiny, yeah.
6'3".
It's like the Adam Cole is 6 foot in WWE logic.
Yeah, that's probably on Cage Match. He was billed as 6 foot. So that's fair enough. All right, and enough of that though. Yeah, Elix Skipper's very underrated and forgotten. Agreed. But
we're going to review NWA TNA at some
good
point.
Entrance, good debut, good move. Fuck the armbar. Next up, we have Elijah Burke versus the Sandman.
Actually, somewhere in between this, we've got WrestleMania Recall. It's Roddy Piper. I've no idea who the fuck he's recalling with. Some guy's blowing smoke in his face, and that's about it.
I'm glad you felt the need to mention that because you had so much to comment on.
It was a part of the show.
But yeah, Elijah Burke taking on the Sandman. Elijah Burke blindsided Sandman, and how did he win? Did he roll him up? He rolled him up and
rolled the tights. I believe he just hit him and rolled him up. I threw something in his eyes and rolled him up.
So I can't wait for the next 4 weeks where they continue to feud and then nobody wins. Quite like Chris Jericho in AEW. Yeah, he's facing a real main eventer, Chris Jericho. Yeah, and you're gonna face me for 9 months. Oh, fuck hell. Yeah, great. When do I get to wash the fucking stink away? You don't.
I'm the learning tree.
But yeah, Elijah Burke beats the Sandman. Kind of a victory, but also where do you go in ECW? Like, it's a weird thing because they never did any side belts, which is the strangest bit. Well, yeah, sure, you probably don't need a tag division, but like, it wouldn't fucking hurt. Obviously, you don't need a woman's belt. Like, you manage without it, but like, they could have done a tag belt and a fucking hard TV title for sure. Like, I have no idea why they didn't. Because it just means that all the talent who aren't in the world title picture are just fucking about. But who the fuck knows? Then we have the main event being Bobby Lashley taking on Rob Van Dam, taking on Test. A triple threat no DQ match. Not Extreme Rules. Also, aren't all triple threats no DQ?
Yeah.
So, kind of redundant stipulation there. Bobby Lashley steals. Well, he doesn't steal the win, but RVD gets everybody down, hits a frog splash on Test, and they're both in the ring, like laid on the floor. He chooses to go on over to Test instead of Bobby Lashley, who gets up, spears him, hits him with a power slam, and Bobby Lashley retains the ECW championship in 12 minutes 17.
Yeah, it was a knocking match. One of the highlights was Test's fucking elbow drop.
Fucking fantastic elbow drop.
Again, I'll always say Test is underrated. Don't care what anyone says. It's just a shame, like, he fucking died so young. But again, that's not even my. I was gonna say my fault. It's not my fault. I was only about 4 or 5.
All right, Snitsky.
But yeah, like fucking overdose and shit. But yeah, Test still underrated at this time. Can barely move.
I like how Tess decided, alright, I've lost, fuck this, time to go grab the belt, and then Lashley walks into him and gets belt in the fucking face.
I'm just gonna do what Test did for about 5 minutes, just...
Yeah.
That's what he did. He was sucking his own cock.
Exactly. But yeah, do you have much else to actually say about this fucking match? This obviously setting up that Test is likely gonna face Bobby Lashley at Royal Rumble. If they get a match.
They probably won't, let's be real.
Yeah, it's like how they tease that Kevin Thorne's going to be in the Rumble, but I 100% doubt that I do not believe he makes the cut.
I buckled myself because I went to Ash and I went, imagine you're a 9-year-old child, you're getting home from school and you don't know what's on WrestleMania 23, but you like wrestling and you really want to watch WrestleMania 23. So you're like, I haven't really watched the build, but I really want to watch Mania 23. Come on, boys.
Yeah, but imagine that. They could do it. Imagine Kevin Thorne kidnaps John Cena. And he just, like, you can see him biting him and he's all bloody and he's all just fucking wrecked. You know? Imagine how terrified the kids would be.
I mean, they had the Bookie Man, I guess. Just fucking imagining Cena being kidnapped. Just him held hostage, like, give me a type of match, John. No. Give me a match. No. Sorry.
But yeah, anything else to add about this show, really?
No, not much to add.
Like, it was fine. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't anything special. It indeed happened. It was fine. Like, it wasn't bad. We've watched worse shows this year, so that's a benefit. It's moving forward. One would hope. But yeah, nothing else interesting. Enjoyable enough show. That was episode 32 of WWE ECW. Enjoyable enough, but utterly unremarkable. Thanks for watching. Make sure to join us next time on One More Match.